Every day, thousands of UK seniors grab energy drinks thinking they are getting a harmless boost. But what if I told you these 9 brands contain ingredients that can interfere with your medication, spike your blood pressure, and damage your bones? And the companies selling them know exactly what they are doing. Rockstar Original does not just give you energy. It delivers 400% of your daily B vitamin dose, enough to trigger liver stress and dangerous flushing, especially when mixed with heart medication. Meanwhile, Red Bull contains 27 grams of sugar, creating an energy spike followed by a crash so severe it can leave older adults lightheaded and confused. The industry spent decades telling us caffeine was safe, sugar was fuel, and artificial sweeteners were the healthy alternative. They marketed these drinks as sports nutrition, recovery aids, and natural energy. But they never mentioned what happens when aging bodies try to process stimulants designed for athletes. Stay with me to discover which supermarket energy drink has unknown ingredient sourcing that could deliver inconsistent caffeine doses, and why the drink marketed as Britain's recovery fuel is actually destroying your gut bacteria. Understanding these hidden dangers could save your life. Number 9. Monster Energy. Let's start with Monster Energy. This behemoth dominates UK convenience stores from Aberdeen to Portsmouth with its aggressive black and green cans promising unleashed energy. You have seen them stacked at the front of every petrol station, corner shop, and supermarket. Monster Energy has masterfully marketed itself as the ultimate performance drink for extreme sports and late-night sessions. But here is the rub. It is not just young daredevils buying these cans. It has become increasingly popular among all age groups, including pensioners seeking an energy boost to power through their day. What many do not realize is that beneath that iconic claw logo lurks a dangerous cocktail of stimulants that are specifically harmful to older adults. A single can delivers a concoction that creates a perfect storm for cardiovascular complications. First, the caffeine overload. Each can pack more than 160 milligrams of caffeine, which is equivalent to nearly 2 cups of strong coffee consumed instantly. When you drink coffee, your body absorbs caffeine gradually. With Monster Energy, you are bombarding your system all at once. Then there is the hidden sugar surge, a whopping 12 teaspoons in one can. That is enough to spike your blood glucose to dangerous levels, especially concerning for the millions of Brits with diagnosed or undiagnosed diabetes. Perhaps most concerning is Monster Energy's blend of stimulants that act as night rest sabotagers. The combination of caffeine, guarana, and taurine disrupts sleep cycles for up to 12 hours after consumption. Proper sleep is critical for cognitive health in older adults, and Monster Energy effectively robs you of it. The evidence is not just anecdotal. National Health Service data shows energy drink-related accident and emergency visits among people over 50 have increased by 73% since 2019. Cardiologists across the UK report a direct correlation between energy drink consumption and irregular heartbeats in seniors. Here is your reality check. If you are one of the millions of Brits on blood pressure or cholesterol medication, Monster Energy can trigger life-threatening arrhythmias by interacting with your prescription medicines. And if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, you are facing immediate glucose spikes that can lead to emergency situations. Monster Energy is not just a drink, it is a heart racer in a can that is particularly dangerous for aging bodies. The same formula that younger bodies might process without immediate harm becomes a potential cardiac time bomb for those over 50. Number 8. Red Bull. Next up, let's talk about Red Bull, the classic that ages badly. Red Bull essentially built the energy drink category with its promises of wings and enhanced performance. It's positioned itself as sophisticated fuel for focus and productivity, and its decades-long presence on shelves has created a trust factor. Millions assume its longevity equals safety. That assumption could be deadly. The original formula that worked for young athletes becomes increasingly dangerous for aging bodies. What once provided energy now threatens bone health and medication effectiveness in ways the clever marketing never mentions. Let's examine what's actually happening when you crack open that slim blue and silver can. First, there's the sugar shock disguised as focus fuel. Each can contains 27 grams of sugar that creates dangerous energy spikes, followed by crashes. For older adults, these dramatic fluctuations can trigger confusion, dizziness, and even falls. Then there are the medication interactions that Red Bull's adverts never mention. The caffeine in Red Bull amplifies side effects of common medications taken by millions of Britons over 50, including heart medications, anxiety treatments, and certain antibiotics. Your doctor prescribed a specific dose. Red Bull effectively changes that dosage without warning. Perhaps most alarming is the bone density dip associated with regular consumption. High caffeine intake blocks calcium absorption, significantly increasing fracture risk. This is particularly concerning given that 1 in 2 women and 1 in 5 men over 50 in the UK already face osteoporosis. The broader evidence is mounting. Osteoporosis UK reports energy drink consumption is linked to a 34% higher fracture rate in adults over 55. Meanwhile, pharmacists across the country are increasingly warning patients about caffeine medication interactions, with Red Bull frequently cited as a primary culprit. Here's your reality check. That trusted focus drink you've been sipping is quietly weakening your bones and interfering with your life-saving medications. The energy boost you feel isn't healthy activation. It's actually your body going into stress mode, releasing cortisol and adrenaline that age your organs faster. Red Bull might have given wings to young extreme sports athletes, but for older adults it is more likely to give wings to your blood pressure readings and trip you up on the way to A and E. Number 7. Rockstar Original, the budget bully on the shelves. Rockstar markets itself as premium energy at accessible prices, appealing to budget-conscious consumers with its larger cans. It is positioned as the smart choice for sustained energy, often at a lower price point than Red Bull. But the value proposition hides dangerous ingredient concentrations and artificial additives that pose specific threats to older consumers. Those larger cans do not just mean more drink, they mean exponentially higher health risks disguised as savings. Let's examine this cheap blend with costly side effects. Rockstar contains artificial sweeteners like sucralose that irritate aging digestive systems, which are already more sensitive than younger ones. Many older adults report bloating, cramping, and irregular bowel movements after consuming these ingredients. Then there is the vitamin overload that sounds healthy, but is not. Rockstar delivers a shocking 400% of your daily B vitamin dose. Excessive B3 niacin triggers liver stress and dangerous flushing, a hot red sensation on the skin that can be confused with allergy or even heart problems. The mega-sized cans present another danger. What Rockstar calls value size actually contains up to 60 grams of sugar, equivalent to eating a large chocolate bar. For older adults with diminished insulin sensitivity, this is a recipe for blood sugar chaos. The evidence from medical professionals is clear. Gastroenterologists report a 45% increase in digestive complaints among seniors consuming artificial sweeteners, commonly found in drinks like Rockstar. Meanwhile, liver specialists warn about B vitamin toxicity from energy drink overconsumption, with older adults particularly vulnerable due to less efficient liver function. Here is your reality check. Your budget-friendly energy drink is delivering vitamin doses so high they become toxic rather than beneficial. The larger can you think saves money is actually concentrating health risks and potentially costing you thousands in medical bills down the road. Rockstar might call itself original, but there is nothing original about using oversized portions and questionable ingredients to create the illusion of value while undermining the health of older consumers. At number 6 we have Relentless, Britain's forgotten overstimulant. Relentless flies under the radar as a British energy drink option, with edgy branding that appeals to people seeking alternatives to mainstream brands like Red Bull and Monster. Many consumers remain unaware of its true corporate ownership and potency. Here is the revelation. Hidden behind Coca-Cola ownership, this drink packs extreme caffeine loads that can wreak havoc on aging cardiovascular systems. The combination of high acidity and stimulants creates multiple health threats that particularly impact older adults. First, let's address what is quietly happening behind the scenes. Relentless is actually made by Coca-Cola, a corporate giant hiding behind edgy branding while delivering dangerous doses of stimulants. This corporate backing gives it widespread distribution while maintaining its alternative image. The high acidity in Relentless presents another serious concern. With pH levels lower than many of its competitors, it rapidly erodes tooth enamel and worsens acid reflux, which is already common among retirees. The acid damage happens with every sip, long before the caffeine kicks in. Acidity here is not just a taste problem, it is a health problem. Perhaps most concerning is the sugar and caffeine double spike. This combination overstimulates the adrenal glands, causing jitters, lightheadedness, and anxiety. For older adults with already taxed adrenal systems, this 1-2 punch can trigger extreme fatigue once the stimulants wear off. Potency matters when bodies are less resilient. The broader medical community has taken notice. Dental associations report energy drinks like Relentless cause more tooth damage than traditional sodas due to their unique combination of acids. Meanwhile, gastroenterologists see direct links between these drinks and worsening gastroesophageal reflux disease in older patients. Dental harm is being documented. Here is your reality check. Your alternative energy choice is actually a Coca-Cola product designed to overstimulate your system beyond what is safe for aging bodies. The acid levels are dissolving your teeth, while the caffeine can destabilize your heart rhythm. Relentless by name, relentless in damaging your health. At number 5 is Lucozade Energy, the trustworthy trap. Lucozade has built decades of trust as a recovery drink for illness and sports. It is often positioned next to medical rehydration products in many shops, creating a false sense of safety. For generations of Britons, it was what your nan gave you when you were poorly, creating powerful nostalgia and trust. The revelation is shocking. That trusted medical heritage masks a modern formula loaded with artificial ingredients that pose specific risks to older adults. Its strategic shelf placement deliberately confuses older shoppers about its true nature. Let us examine the specific concerns. While marketed as energy for recovery, modern Lucozade contains artificial sweeteners that research shows can destroy beneficial gut bacteria, particularly problematic for older adults whose microbiome diversity is already declining with age. Then there is the deceptively high sugar content. A single bottle delivers over 60% of NHS daily sugar recommendations, creating insulin spikes that are especially dangerous for the 4.9 million Britons living with diabetes, many of whom are over 50. Perhaps most concerning is how Lucozade hides in plain sight. Its positioning near medical products exploits the trust and familiarity built over generations. Many older consumers still associate it with hospitals and recovery rather than seeing it as the sugar-laden energy drink it has become. The scientific evidence is mounting. Microbiome researchers have linked artificial sweeteners to gut bacteria disruption in adults over 50, potentially compromising immune function when it matters most. NHS nutritionists regularly report confusion among seniors who mistake energy drinks like Lucozade for medical products due to their historical associations. Here is your reality check. Your trusted recovery drink is actually destroying the gut bacteria essential for immune function in later life. The medical positioning is not accidental. It is pure marketing manipulation, exploiting your trust in healthcare branding. Lucozade has transformed from a medicine cabinet staple to an energy drink concern, but its packaging and positioning continue to trade on trust it no longer deserves. At number 4, we have Boost Energy, the Poundland Peril. Boost Energy targets budget-conscious consumers with rock-bottom pricing, often found in discount stores across the UK. It is marketed as accessible energy for everyone regardless of income, and it appeals particularly to pensioners on fixed incomes seeking affordable energy solutions. The revelation is disturbing. The ultra-low price comes at the cost of ingredient quality and health safety. Extreme carbonation and acidity create immediate and long-term health problems that disproportionately impact older consumers. Let us examine what makes Boost particularly problematic. Marketed cheap but not cheerful, Boost contains heavy carbonation and extreme acidity that aggravate heartburn and reflux, conditions affecting up to 40% of older adults in the UK. Each sip triggers discomfort that can last for hours. The sugar and caffeine combination creates blood pressure spikes that are dangerous for those on beta blockers or diuretics, medications commonly prescribed to millions of older Britons. This interaction can render essential medications less effective or even create dangerous side effects. Then there are the budget ingredients. Artificial dyes and preservatives stress liver function over time, particularly concerning for older adults whose liver detoxification efficiency naturally declines with age. These compounds accumulate in the body, creating a toxic burden. Medical professionals are raising alarms. Emergency departments report increased admissions for energy drink-related blood pressure crises, with budget brands like Boost frequently mentioned. Hepatologists warn about cumulative liver damage from artificial preservatives commonly found in lower-priced energy drinks. Here is your reality check. Your penny-saving energy drink is potentially costing you thousands in medical bills down the road. The cheap ingredients are slowly poisoning your liver while spiking your blood pressure to dangerous levels. The minor boost you feel temporarily is offset by major health risks that accumulate with each can. Boost might boost your energy momentarily, but it is boosting your health risks permanently. The true price of these budget drinks is not measured in pence, but in your well-being. At number 3, we have Tesco Blue Bolt, supermarket imitation with real side effects. Tesco Blue Bolt cleverly mimics Red Bull's appearance to capture market share using similar blue and silver packaging that creates instant recognition. It is positioned as smart shopping, promising the same energy boost at a lower price, and it carries the trusted Tesco brand name that millions of Britons rely on daily. But here is the shocking revelation. The copycat appearance hides inferior manufacturing standards and inconsistent quality that create unique risks. The supermarket branding creates a false sense of safety and regulation that does not reflect reality. Let's examine what makes Blue Bolt particularly concerning. While it looks like Red Bull, it is not regulated the same way. Different manufacturing standards allow quality variations that can result in inconsistent effects on the body, particularly dangerous for older adults with less physiological resilience to stimulant fluctuations. The unknown ingredient sourcing presents another concern. Cheaper production may result in inconsistent caffeine levels between batches, meaning consumers never know exactly how strong their drink will be. For older adults on medication, this unpredictability can lead to dangerous interactions with medicines. Then there is the false economy. The low shelf price hides long-term health and dental costs from acidity and sugar that accumulate with regular consumption. The savings at the till become expenses at the dentist and general practitioner. Food safety experts have raised concerns about inconsistent caffeine dosing in copycat energy drinks, noting that variations of even 10% can cause significant physiological effects in sensitive individuals. Consumer protection agencies regularly receive complaints about unexpected reactions to supermarket energy drinks, with Blue Bolt featuring prominently. Here is your reality check. Your trusted supermarket brand is gambling with your health through inconsistent quality control that younger bodies might tolerate, but aging ones cannot. The savings you think you are getting at checkout will likely cost you more in dental and medical bills down the road. Tesco Blue Bolt represents a false economy that trades short-term savings for long-term health consequences, a particularly poor bargain for older adults. At number 2, we have Monster Ultra Sugar-Free, the deceptive healthy one. Monster Ultra markets itself as the health-conscious choice for energy drink consumers, with a clean white can and claims of zero sugar. It specifically appeals to diabetics and weight-conscious seniors who still want an energy boost without the sugar concerns of traditional energy drinks. But here is the disturbing truth. Sugar-free does not mean safe. Artificial sweeteners create different but equally dangerous health risks, particularly for older consumers. The same high caffeine levels remain, while new chemical concerns are added that specifically impact aging bodies. Let's examine the specific risks. Monster Ultra proudly claims zero sugar, but it uses aspartame and acesulfame K, artificial sweeteners linked to stomach bloating, headaches, and disrupted gut bacteria in older adults. Many seniors report digestive discomfort after consuming these compounds that younger consumers might tolerate. Even without sugar, Monster Ultra is still high in stimulants, with identical caffeine content to regular Monster. That can trigger anxiety and blood pressure spikes that are particularly dangerous for the 50% of people over 65 in Britain who have hypertension. There is also a packaging concern. Plastic bottles and aluminum cans with BPA linings can leach hormone-disrupting chemicals into drinks, especially when stored in warm conditions like car boots or sunny kitchen counters. These endocrine disruptors can worsen hormone-related issues already common in older adults. The medical community has noticed these trends. Endocrinologists report increased hormone disruption cases linked to BPA exposure from canned drinks, particularly among postmenopausal women. Neurologists see a correlation between artificial sweeteners and headache frequency in seniors, with sugar-free energy drinks frequently implicated. Here is your reality check. Your supposedly healthy choice is actually exposing you to hormone-disrupting chemicals and artificial sweetener side effects that target aging bodies. Zero sugar does not mean zero health risks. It just means different dangers that marketers do not highlight on the clean white can. Monster Ultra is a wolf in sheep's clothing, a dangerous stimulant masquerading as a health-conscious choice, and it may be even more problematic for older adults than its sugar-laden counterparts. Number 1. C4 Energy, the gym drink that does not belong in a pensioner's fridge. C4 Energy targets serious athletes and fitness enthusiasts with promises of enhanced workout performance. It is sold in sports nutrition aisles, creating confusion about its intended audience, and it markets pre-workout performance benefits that appeal to active seniors trying to maintain fitness in later years. The revelation is alarming. Athletic formulation becomes actively dangerous when consumed by non-athletes, especially older adults. Sports aisle placement deliberately misleads seniors about appropriate usage, creating serious health risks. Let's examine what makes C4 particularly inappropriate for older consumers. Developed for athletes, not retirees, C4 contains beta-alanine, a compound that causes tingling and dizziness at rest, but is meant to enhance performance during high-intensity exercise. For sedentary older adults, this creates uncomfortable and potentially dangerous sensations. The caffeine without food combination presents another serious risk. When consumed alone between meals, as many energy drinks are, C4 can dangerously drop blood sugar when the body prepares for exercise that never happens. This can trigger lightheadedness and falls, the leading cause of injury in people over 65. Label confusion completes the danger trifecta. Sports aisle placement leads seniors to assume C4 is simple hydration or general energy, rather than a specialized pre-workout supplement designed exclusively for intense exercise. The technical ingredient list obscures risks for non-specialist consumers. Sports medicine professionals have raised concerns. Doctors report increasing misuse of athletic supplements by non-athletic populations, particularly older adults seeking energy boosts. Emergency departments see seniors arriving with supplement-related complications, including irregular heartbeat, extreme blood pressure fluctuations, and interaction with prescription medications. Here is your reality check. Your performance drink contains compounds that cause dangerous reactions when you are not exercising intensely. The sports aisle placement is not accidental. It is deliberately designed to confuse non-athletes about safe usage and appropriate consumers. C4. Energy represents perhaps the most concerning category of energy drinks, those designed specifically for athletic performance being misused by older adults seeking general energy, creating a dangerous mismatch between product design and actual usage. 9 energy drink brands. 9 different ways to damage your health after 50. From heart palpitations to liver stress, from bone density loss to hormone disruption, each brightly colored can represent unique risks that aging bodies are particularly ill-equipped to handle. What you see on the colorful cans and trusted brand names is not what is happening inside your body. The energy drink industry has spent decades targeting older consumers while hiding age-specific health risks behind marketing claims and strategic shelf placement. So the next time you reach for an energy drink, remember that your aging body processes these stimulants completely differently than the young athletes in the advertisements. The boost is not worth the burden these drinks place on your health. And here is the bigger question. If this is happening with something as simple and universal as energy drinks, what else in our kitchens might not be what it claims to be? If this video made you think twice about what you are drinking, hit that subscribe button right now and share this with someone you care about who might be reaching for these drinks. Your comment below might just save someone's life. What energy drinks have you been consuming without knowing the risks?